Good evening, everybody. I'm here at last, the late Mrs. B, or the late Elf B. And I'm doing an Elfie here. Welcome to those of you on the live and those of you coming in on the replay. This is being recorded on Friday evening, the 23rd of November 2018. And it's been a day and there's been a bit of mischief going on. So let me just, hi Janet, hi Tracy, let me just refresh the page and then I'll tell you about the mischief that's been going on. Been a very full and busy day for me. Hang on, let me just refresh the page here. Whoops, hang on. And there's a mischief going on in my house and during my day, so it's crazy. And I'm sorry I kept you all waiting, but I hadn't had my tea and I had an omelette, and I did a mushroom omelette, but even that was, hi Nikki, even that was charged with mischief. Trying even to make an omelette was, there was mischief going on. And so, no, it's not really me that's the naughty elf. There are other elves, I am sure, going around in my flat. So we'll get to the mischief in a minute. Oh, Tracy, somebody else said last night's video wasn't there. So I don't know. I haven't had time to look. I'll have to look and see. Actually, let me scroll down now and see if I can see it. I also had a problem with a live stream that I did earlier today as well. So wait a minute, hang on. Let's see if I can see last night's one. Sorry about that. So, the elves have even got into the computer then. Got into the computer, got into the phone. They've done mischief in my kitchen. They've done mischief behind me. All sorts of mischief going on here. That's really strange, Tracy. Let me have a look. Wait a minute. No, hang on. I'm scrolling. Oh, I've done so many posts today that I haven't. Right, yesterday at 22:05. Now, I've got it here. It's come up there. Let's see if it will play. Wait a minute. Let's see what it will do on mine. Hi, Matt. And, even the mischief, the elves have even got up to mischief with the new lights I bought to put on my trolley for the carnival tomorrow. Hi, Tegan. So we just are having so much mischief. Yes. So, I don't know. I'll have to look. That's all right, Tegan. I was late coming on myself and we're having an issue. Some people said they couldn't see last night's broadcast when I put it back on I'm hoping you will. If the mischievous elves don't do any more mischief, that all being well, Matt, I will be there with you. But at the moment, I don't have lights. I do have lights, but I have lights that won't light up. And today, hang on, I'll just take this out here. Today some of you suggested that I go to Poundland and get some lights. So I went to Poundland to get some lights. And let me show you, I'm okay, just the elves are up to mischief. Look, I bought some lights in Poundland. Look, I thought I'd go for these, the USB string lights. So in my little brain, I see this thing and I think, right, that's got to go into a USB port. So I put it into, wave to me. Oh yes, you must wave to me. So I put it into my battery charger, which I thought would actually make the lights light up. And let's have a look. I pop it in there and look, nothing. So why isn't it powering my lights? I think I'm going back to Poundland tomorrow. I'm glad you love my hat. I'm going back to Poundland tomorrow because there's no other way of lighting these up. And I didn't buy them. Yes, I know, I'm a bit of an elf, aren't I? I didn't buy these so that they wouldn't light up. So that's not a great look. I thought, it'd be much better than getting the ones with the batteries because the batteries die. But unless anyone thinks I'm doing anything wrong, but that, I just thought that if I put that into a USB port, it would light the lights. And it doesn't. I think I'm going to go back to Poundland tomorrow. So let's put those back in there. So that's one of the bits of mischief. Right, okay. Let's see what the other bits of mischief were. Hang on. I had a mushroom omelette tonight. Who put golden on it? It's already on there. Oh no! Oh, that's dreadful, Tracy. Some of the lights had batteries in the bottom of the pack. See this pack here? Wait a minute. Hang on. It had. Oh, the lights were in the top, and there was a gap in the bottom of these because it's a USB one. But in the other ones, it had batteries in some of the packs. You sure it wasn't in the bottom of the pack, Tracy? Have a look and see. But some of them had batteries in the pack. So anyway, what can you expect for £1? But I at least expect my lights to work, and they don't. Anyway, so now other mischief. Look, 2 bags here, 2 paper bags. I went to the Barrow Boys today, and they always have lots of lovely bargains. They outside the Barrow Boys, which is the greengrocers in Ryde in the high street, and they always have some great bargains. So you can buy. They have bowls outside, and every bowl is £1. Oh, they were battery packed, but there was no battery. Well, I noticed some of the packs didn't have batteries in because they seem to be a bit open. So whether the batteries have fallen out, I don't know. But Tracy, you need to check that one out. Anyway, as you will see, up here it says, naughty elves up to mischief, naughty elves up to mischief. And that's I bought this today, and I must have tempted fate with what's going on around me, because I went to, right, okay, so I went back, I was at the Barrow Boys. I bought this morning, whatever time I was there, I bought some mushrooms, 2 bags of mushrooms, right? I bought 2 bags of, 2 bowls. They have them in a bowl, so it's anything outside the shop, it's usually £1 per bowl, and it's got a good bargain. I mean, some of them are near close on, they're sell by date, I suppose. But I thought, oh, it's getting cold, I'll do some soup. So I'll make some mushroom soup, and I'll make some tomato soup, because it's you get a great big bowl full for £1. So I thought, right, make lots of mushroom soup. And anyway, I didn't make soup tonight. I have got lots of mushrooms here. I didn't make soup because I was short of time. I made myself a mushroom omelette. Or I went to make the mushroom omelette, and I picked up the bag, and some naughty elf had made a hole in the bottom of the bag. So all of the mushrooms fell out of this bag. So they went on the side and they went on the floor. Then I picked up the second bag of mushrooms, and guess what? The same thing happened. More mushrooms going on the floor. More mushrooms all over the side. Hence why I've been late, because I was picking up mushrooms and sorting out elfy mischief. So that's what the paper bag's for. But I suppose I could now make them into puppets, couldn't I? I could actually make some paper bag puppets with these, maybe. Anyway, but that wasn't all, because when I went to the fridge to get the milk out to make my tea, I got some mushrooms in there left over from the other pack I'd got, and they fell out all over the floor. So whether there's an elf in the fridge, I really don't know. I know there's an elf here, and I think this elf has been up to mischief over here. Can you see? I've only got half my sign, my GoLiveGranny sign, because that bit, the other bit, look, it fell on the floor. And look, it's supposed to say, have fun with GoLiveGranny. But the elves got to it and decided to have fun without GoLiveGranny. So, yeah, no, I won't rip it. I'll take it down because, I'm aware that I've put it across both doors. So, no, it won't. I put it up so that you could all see it. So anyway, so the letters are all over the floor here. And I didn't have time. It's very fiddly to put these back in. So I thought, if I stop to do all this, I won't ever get on the broadcast tonight. So I think this elf got up to mischief over here. So that was the elfy mischief. And I bought this today, and I thought, well, I have to wear it in tonight's broadcast, because if it's about elves getting up to mischief, then, I better wear it. But I get up to mischief myself all the time, as a lot of you know. So anyway, I'm going to go back onto my going to go back. I'll sort out last night's broadcast. I'll see if I can do anything about it later. I've also had an issue with a broadcast today. I did. I don't know whether the elves got into the signal there, but I went to Aspire to live stream. I went to see the beginning of a rehearsal of a thing that's going on it's going to be on at the Key Arts Centre, 6th, 7th and 8th, and I've got tickets for the 8th, and it's called A Sort of Christmas Carol. And that's the name of it. It isn't a Christmas carol. It's a sort of Christmas carol, and it's very, very funny. And I went to it's written by Kevin Wilson, and he invited me to go over and watch a bit of the rehearsal and do a live stream. And I did a live stream with them, and the signal at Aspire is not very good. And so I live streamed, but then I wanted to try and watch it back because it froze a bit in the middle of the live stream. And I was trying to watch it back, but because the signal was bad, I couldn't watch it back. So I had to wait till I got back. And I live streamed with Kevin for 1 minute and 12 seconds. The whole thing was a lot, about 3 minutes or something. But I live streamed 1.12 seconds, and you could hear that bit, and then it froze, and then it missed a bit, and then it goes along, but no sound, and the picture's frozen. And then at 2 minutes 26 seconds, it comes back to do the end of it. So I'm going to have to do another stream with them. The idea was to talk about the play. It's on at the Key Arts Centre. It's very, very funny. It's a bit of a pantomime. Oh no, it's not. Oh yes, it is. It's based a bit on the Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. So it's a bit of that. It's a bit of, it's a lot of laughs. I only saw about half an hour, I suppose, but it was a lot of laughs. So, and I think the tickets are £8 if you get them in advance. And I think a little bit more if you buy on the door. But, Key Arts is the place to go for that. I'll try and find some more information and put it in, for you. So hang on, let's just see. So, yes, so even the mischief, the elves are getting up to mischief with the signal. Mind you, Aspire doesn't have a great signal most of the time, so I don't think necessarily it was just the elves. But there you go. So what else? What else has been going? So a sort of Christmas carol. I've made myself little notes today because so much went on in my day. Mushrooms. We talked about the mushrooms all over the floor. Hang on, let me see. We've got some more serious stuff and some less serious stuff. So this morning I went, was there any, I'm sure there's some more elf stuff. I don't know. We'll talk about that in a minute. So this morning, my brother came to pick me up because we go to a coffee morning at St. James's on a Friday morning. And just as we were going out, I received a parcel. Okay. And inside this parcel is a 2019 media diary. Now you might say, what's a media diary? Well, it's a diary. It's got a lot of, it's a diary with all sorts of things in here. But it's Janet Murray. I follow Janet Murray. She, I listen to all her podcasts. I follow her on Twitter and Facebook. She's in marketing and she does a lot of stuff. And I looked at getting this diary last year and then I didn't, but I got it this year. And there's a lot of information about how to use your media diary. And then in the diary, now you will know that I follow some of the national days and things like that. And it's actually a way of better organising your social media. So whether it will get me more organised, I don't know. But when you get onto so there's a lot for me to read, which I haven't had a minute to do yet. But then, for example, in February, there's lots of national days. So February the 27th, did you know, is National Strawberry Day. And the 28th is it's got various things. It's National Science Day, amongst other things. And then on here, look, it's got lots of squares. It's got Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. So this is for scheduling my social media more. Yeah. But yes, it will be back to front because on the Tegan's saying that the writing here is back to front. It will be back to front because anything that's the right way round here reverses on live stream. So the fact that this is the right way round, whoops, this is the right way round, is because I've put the letters in, I've put it back to front. I have to put it back to front, you know, if I'm doing it up there. And so, you know, that's so your twin's birthday. Right, okay. So, right. Oh, Tracy, did I know you had twins? My daughter's got twins. Their birthday's in May. Gosh, I don't know if I knew that. Did I? How many children have you got, Tracy? I've forgotten. And anyway, so, yeah, 27th. So, right, good job their birthday wasn't the 29th, wasn't it? Good night, Janet. She's got to be up early for... Yes, they've got a Christmas craft fair tomorrow. Hope that goes very well, folks. And I'll catch up probably tomorrow. Oh, my battery's going low because I took it out. I took it out to play with the lights, to put the USB thing in, and it didn't happen. Wait a minute, hang on, let's have a look. There we go. So, where are we? I just need to catch up with the comments because I can't see them all there. Let's just look. Right, yeah, well, enjoy your craft fair, folk, won't you? And I'll, you know, send me pictures so I can see. I'm sure it's going to go very well. Right, here we are. Oh, there we are. Look, there we caught up. Okay. Right, I think I've caught up with some of the messages. Now, you see, some of the messages that are on here, you've got 3. Twins will be 16 next year. Oh, gosh, I don't think I realised that you had older children as well, Tracy. I hadn't picked up on that one. Right, so your twins will be 16 next year. My daughter's twins will be 12. They'll be 12 in May. I must show you, I bought one of them something in Poundland, and it's just, I hope she doesn't get offended by it, but it just was so her. It's one of those document wallets that you put things in, but it says, and again, of course, this writing will be back to front for you because it's the right way round here, so it reverses it on live stream. On video, it puts it the right way round, but on live stream, it puts it the wrong way round. Sorry, did I roll my eyes out loud? And that is just so typical of one of my twins. I hope she doesn't get upset by it. I think she'll see the funny side of it. So that was, you know, that was something. Another little thing I bought the 8-year-old. I spotted this in Poundland, and it's a notebook. Look, it's a lovely notebook. So it's got pink notes and it's got purple notes, and it's got, look, it's got a mermaid tail. There's notes there for the mermaid, but look, it's one of those lovely sequin things that goes this way or it goes that way, and it changes colour. So it's gone all silver that way. And look, she's got a t-shirt, a lovely t-shirt with sequins that do that on it. And of course, I've got, somebody bought me, when I was poorly, I think it was Lisa bought me a lovely bag that for putting bits and pieces in, and it did that. Hi, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. Oh, we have an international audience now tonight. Well, I think we already, that's it. The document. Oh, you bought your twin girl one of them for school. What, the document wallet? Oh, is she like that too? Well, there you go. So, excuse me, just going to take a swig. Yes, so this morning, as I say, I was just going out. My brother was just collecting me to take me to the coffee morning. And this lovely media diary arrived, and so I've been excited about that. I will be trying to organise all my social media going into 2019, and you know, it's going, should help me get it more organised. Well, we'll see about that, unless the elves have another idea. Anyway, so then my brother and I went off to the coffee morning, and last week, those of you who were watching last week will remember that my knitting bag fell down the stairs from top to bottom, and all the wool got muddled up. So when I was at the coffee morning last week, the ladies all helped me wind the wool up and put it back. So one of the ladies that I sat next to today, she said, "How's your wool? Is it still all sorted out?" And I said, "Yes." And I'd got my phone that's in the mount on the table, and she said, "Oh, what's all this?" And I said, "Oh, this is my equipment for doing my live streams as GoLiveGranny." And they didn't know me as the GoLiveGranny; they just know me as a lady who came in and did some knitting in the coffee morning. So I started to show, Anna and Barbara, these two ladies sitting next to me, I started to show them how it worked. And they were fascinated. The ladies the other side were a little bit more reticent. No, not yet, Tegan. I've got to go. I haven't had time to go in the garage to get the Christmas tree, so that's on the agenda. I have to do that. Anyway, so the ladies the other side were a little bit reticent about it. I mean, there are people fearful of live stream and all that sort of thing. So I'm trying to encourage more people, to do it. So anyway, the ladies this side, Anna was next to me and Barbara was next to her. And they're absolutely fascinated. So I said, well, why don't we do a live stream now? And so they were keen. So we did a live stream. We did a little bit of chatting. There was a lot of noise in the room. So when there's a lot of noise in the room, I mean, what I do, I permanently have my microphone. I've got my lapel mic. I always keep it on my T-shirt. And what I do, excuse me, I just gone fishing. Hello, Caroline. What I do is then if there's a lot of background noise, like if I'm recording in the street, here when I'm at home now, I don't have the microphone on. I only have the microphone for the camera, the phone. But when I'm outside or if there's a lot of background noise, I plug this in and the microphone cuts a lot of the background noise out. So you can hear what people are saying without hearing all the background noise. So I I plugged that in because there was a lot of chatter going on in the room. Lots of people enjoying themselves and having a chat and talking to each other. Hi, Louise. And so we did this live stream. And I said to these two ladies, I'm looking for a team of grannies to go live because, of course, I'm one person on my own. Hi. And I can't live stream everywhere. I can't clone myself and I can't be here and there and there and there, all at the same time. And of course, because I'm getting more and more well known, more and more people want me to go and live stream their events or, all their events. And so requests are coming in and requests are coming in for knitting as well. But, by the by. So I said to these ladies, how about you become part of my team and I teach you how to go live and then you become part of the GoLiveGranny gang. Now, what do you think of that? Won't that raise the profile of the Isle of Wight, which is one of the main things why I started going live in the first place? And, what a quirky way to do it. A gang of grannies, going out on social media, live streaming. I think there's a real quirkiness to that. So that's, that's the plan. So I'm going to be helping these ladies to go live. So now these ladies have now watched the live stream back. They've shared it with their friends. And they've made friends with me on Facebook. So the community is growing. Again, more people coming on board with the live stream. But when I'd finished chatting to the ladies over here, the ladies this side became a little bit, piqued their interest a little bit more. And so they started asking more about it. And I was saying that actually a lot of older people tend to be frightened of the internet. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't do that stuff. But of course, they don't really understand the wonderful things that you can do with this, how, like, for example, we've got Jacqueline and Mark coming in from across the world. I can see those as two international people coming in to sit here with me in my lounge. Yeah, absolutely. You'll be live streaming us. That's good. But, what do you think of it for an idea? I think it will actually get media interest. And the point of that is to, you're getting the hang of it, good. The point of that is to actually highlight the island rather than, excellent, Tegan, highlight the island, because I'm having these issues. I'm having issues with people who are being paid to market the island who are not getting it. And last night I said I had a conversation with the CEO of Visit Isle of Wight, who are the marketing department for the island. And when I asked him about whether he's going to, what he was going to do about the YouTube channel, because there's hardly anything on the Visit Isle of Wight YouTube channel. And so I said, what about it? And he said, oh, no, we don't need YouTube. We've got Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. But, you know, it makes me so frustrated because YouTube's the second biggest search engine in the world. And I've had conversations with people over the last couple of days about YouTube. And they say, oh, we go to YouTube to find anything we want to do. So I was talking to Adrian at Whiteside, and one of the things he likes to do, he's one of his hobbies is to do with motorbikes. And if he wants to know something about a motorbike, or he wants to know how to fix something or do something, you know, around the home or whatever, he goes to YouTube to find it. You know, so there's this lack of knowledge, but the lack of willingness to actually embrace what other people are teaching. So, you know, it beggars belief that people who should be knowing all about this are not embracing it. And so if we've got a gang of Go Live Grannies working our way around the island highlighting it, it does. You know, we don't need. I tend to say Google's my best friend, but what I do is I Google something, and of course, most of the time it brings up things on YouTube. Sometimes I go straight to YouTube, sometimes I Google it, and so nobody needs sort of dictionaries anymore or any of those manuals or anything. Always go to YouTube for knowledge. Absolutely, one of the biggest searches on YouTube is how to do this, you know, how to apply your makeup, how to make a mushroom omelette, how to mend your dishwasher, how to fix this or that or the other. It's all there. And when I was trying to do to master my new gimbal that I've been given, so that when I'm holding my camera I don't get the wobbles, or the camera doesn't get the wobbles. No, Marianne, that's who I was talking to, the new Visit Isle of Wight CEO. The CEO. He was the one who said we don't need YouTube. So that's the CEO. Learn to cook. Absolutely. I've looked up all sorts of things, recipes and things, because I've gone grain free. I've looked up all sorts of recipes and how to make them, and YouTube is there. It's marvelous. And the power of YouTube. We create more video content. Excellent, Caroline. Hang on, let's get the comments here. Doesn't have to be long, but people... Absolutely. And this is what frustrates me. And it's 2 years ago, the previous CEO and chairperson of Visit Isle of Wight didn't want to know about YouTube and didn't want to know about live streaming. And the thing is that's why I started, because somebody needs to put it out now. We're lucky now. We've got lots of people with drone footage, and I share all the good content I find about the Isle of Wight, whether it's somebody with a drone or whether it's, you know, somebody else has put some brilliant pictures up. It's sharing. Share the content, and it's sharing is caring. That's how the Isle of Wight is getting known. And I've said this before, but when I finish my Facebook lives, I put them onto YouTube as well. Although I'm streaming through Facebook, I'm going to have a go at streaming now. You can live stream through YouTube, directly through YouTube. I'm not going to go away from this channel because I've got a lot of you here now, but I might experiment over on YouTube as well. But the thing is, all my Facebook, excellent, helps you with your art. Yes, you see anything you can do on there. So what I do is I record these, and then when I've finished, I push the share button so it shares back up to Facebook. Last night, obviously, it had a problem there, and I need to see if I can sort that out. Don't know if I can do anything about it, or when, you know. I know he does. Marianne's saying DeBell's retiring at the end of this year. I know he is, but we need that. He's the chairperson, and then you've got a new CEO. But I don't know whether somebody tagged me in and said, "Oh, there's the perfect job for you, Lynn." I'm going to be completely independent. I've had this conversation with the CEO about about YouTube, and it's a non-starter. The conversation was, it became dismissive. So I'm just going to carry on doing what I do to help the island, and I just hope to goodness that whoever takes the job of chairperson of the Isle of Wight will actually embrace live stream video and certainly YouTube. So, you know, I mean, it is a hobby horse of mine. It's a frustration. I'm a 68-year-old granny who shouldn't even know any of this, but I do know it, and I'm willing to share my knowledge, but people don't want it shared. You lot do, because you all come in and you know, you engage with me. And I probably get people offside with me because I talk about it. But, you know, it is such a frustration. And, you know, and also, I mean... You just, you know, if you type in Isle of Wight, it'd be interesting to see what you get that comes up now on YouTube. Visit Isle of Wight do have a YouTube channel, but it's got about 189 subscribers, which is not very many for an island that's, you know, the centre of tourism. And it's got about 46 old videos. And it's such a shame because our island is so beautiful. But the reason I didn't promote my YouTube channel, yeah, that absolutely. Well, we can try, but, you know, there's none so deaf as those that won't hear. Yeah, right, yeah, absolutely. Excellent, Caroline. You let me know when you're coming and we will live stream together. You know, and as I say, I'm lucky enough now because people are starting to, I mean, I've been doing all my live streaming for free. And, you know, because I'm passionate about the island. But what is good now is I've got some sponsors who are now sponsoring, which means that I can actually get to the places I can't get to on the bus, because I'm able to pay somebody diesel money now to do. So we've started doing road trips every now and again to go to the places that I couldn't get to on the bus. And so that's fantastic. And the community is coming together and everybody is sharing. And you see the magic happens. The magic happens when everybody shares. You know, all of you coming in here, lots of you share my live streams. You know, I always say, can you share if you like, you know, if you like what you hear. And every day there are new people. I mean, let me see. I don't know how many. Let's see. I've had 14 new viewers, new people liking my GoLiveGranny page this week. Of course, I've got the Isle of Wight.live page that has its own people who like that. So I've got the two Facebook pages and I've got the two YouTube channels. I am behind with loading my Facebook ones up to YouTube because I've just done so many and I didn't get them up. And I was promoting Facebook, all the Facebook, because I wanted everybody, I wanted people to watch the Facebook because I wanted to see the stats, and you know, I wanted all the stats to go through one place. But actually, because I've done the right thing, because with YouTube I know what I'm doing, I've got to do it with some of them. Some of them actually I haven't put all the details in yet because I just haven't had time. But what you do is when you load it up to YouTube, you put in a description, then you can put links. So I put my links on YouTube to my Facebook pages, to my LinkedIn page, to my Pinterest page, to my Twitter page, you know, all of the links where people can find me, or my Isle of Wight stuff. So do all that. And then in the bottom, there's another section and it says, you know, you put in there the keyword. So it's things like, if somebody was looking for Sandown Carnival, that would be one of the things I put in the bottom. Sandown Carnival, carnivals, Isle of Wight, you know, and anything that people might search to find something like Sandown Carnival. Or now, for example, tomorrow, Tracy's here. Tracy is going to be in the Newport Carnival tomorrow, the Newport Christmas Carnival. So that will go in as Newport Christmas Carnival, Newport, Isle of Wight, Christmas, all the things that you could think of, you know, that you might want to search for. And the thing is, even without promoting my channel, people have been watching my YouTubes because they've they've done the searches and my things have come up. And it's so easy, and I'm so willing to share the knowledge. But as I say, there's none so deaf that there's those that won't hear. So anyway, let's move on to something else now, because look, fame. I am in the Observer. And it says Umbrella Tree. It doesn't mention my name. Umbrella Tree needs 35,000. Well, earlier in the week, some of you might have seen that I went down to live stream at the Umbrella Tree and live stream with some of these people to talk about it and to get more, get it out there more in front of the council. But at the same time, the Observer, Jason from the Observer came down to to talk to people as well. So he talked to all of these people. I live streamed with some of them. Then he took a photograph. So there I am. Fame again. Page 14. A page 14 girl today. So there we go. So that was a bit of fame. So as I said, this morning I was doing the went to the coffee morning. Now I've got a gang of grannies who want to come and do the light. So we're gonna work on that one. And then from there, my brother was going back to Newport. And so I said, oh, could he give me a lift part way? Because some of you might have seen earlier the other day, the Care in the Garden people, they were looking, the Care in the Garden works with people with learning difficulties and people with the onset of early dementia, and they do wonderful things. They do woodwork and they do horticultural things. So it's a place where you can go and buy your plants, and you can buy planters, and you can buy hanging baskets and all sorts of things. And they are making some lovely big fat wooden snowmen, ones that stand up. You can stand them up as decorations, but they were lacking hats and scarves, these snowmen. So I said I would make some of them because I'm a knitter. Somebody tagged me in originally because people tag me into everything that to do with knitting. And so they tagged me in. So I wanted to know the sizes of the snowmen. So I went to Care in the Garden today. It's down at Palmer's Brook. Anybody who's not sure where it is, it's not far from the crematorium. It's in the road before the crematorium if you're going from Ryde to Newport. So my brother dropped me there. And the reason I wanted him to drop me there was because I wasn't sure. I knew it was up that road, but I wasn't sure if there was a pavement. I wasn't sure if I was going to get run over trying to get there. So that's why I wanted to go in somebody's car. So he took me there, but he dropped me off. That was fine because there was only a teeny weeny little bit that wasn't pavement. And then, so I actually, survived coming up that bit and going back for the bus back to Ryde. So I didn't live stream in there because of the sensitivity of it being working with, people with learning difficulties and that. I didn't have permission to live stream and I wasn't going to do that. But what I did, I've taken loads of pictures and I will be putting those up online. But I also measured them for the hats. Hang on. What I did, I took those, you've seen these hats before. Oh, look, that looks a bit like the hat I've got on. These are my hats I've made to go over the Terry's chocolate oranges. But I thought, right, let's take these and see if they will fit the snowman. And it's given me a basis so I know the sort of sizes to make the snowmen, and their heads were not much different from this. So that was good. And on the knitting front, somebody else has asked me to do a project. Some of the campaigners who are campaigning in the cold need me to do something. I'm not going to reveal. Oh, yes, I am going to reveal it because I need some help. Okay, Caroline, no problem. Thank you. So the campaigners who are campaigning to save our National Health Service, they are out and about a lot in the cold. So I've been asked, would I make hats and scarves for them with the NHS logo on it? The Save the NHS Isle of Wight logo. Well, I can make the hats and scarves. That is no issue. Trying to make ones with a logo is something else. So I don't know if there's anybody out there who can convert the logo to a stitch pattern. So if anybody who knows anybody, let me know. That's one option, is making it, you know, so like a cross stitch design, so that I can knit it into the, because that bit I'm not good at, but somebody might be able to convert it. Failing that, it might have to be a printed logo that we stitch onto the scarves. If that, you know, if we can't do it the other way, we'll do it that way. But I want to support the ladies doing that, so I said I would do that, but we need to get on that case. So if anybody can help with that, that would be great. So anyway, what else did I do? Oh, so we've done the famey bit, we've done the hat. I got all little notes down here because so much happened today. And so, right, so yes, so I did that. So I went over there. I sorted out. I took lots of pictures, and I sorted out, you know, the hats for the snowmen. I know what size I'm making now. And then I went and caught the bus back to Ryde, and I thought, oh, I hope I'm going to be in time to get to Keevers to have my lunch, because I usually like to either have my breakfast or lunch in Keevers on a Friday. That's a little, you know, thing I do. And so we call it brunch. So I got back in time for that. That was good. And then I had another thing to do. And I think I mentioned this in the other day. Zoe, who's chair of Ryde Business Association, wanted some volunteers to help putting some information together to take to the council, because the council decided to charge for parking and they haven't got a proper parking strategy. And Zoe wants to present various information about a parking strategy. And so some of us have gone out. We're looking at how much usage the car parks are getting. And so I was tasked with going to Victoria Road or Victoria Street, can't remember, the one that comes up from Garfield Road, that car park, and the Garfield Road car park. So I went off with my camera, and I actually didn't do it as a live stream, I did it as a video, and was you know, counting how many cars were in there, how many spaces there were, you know, etc. So gathering some information. And a lovely lady spoke to me when she was putting her money in the machine, and she didn't want to talk on camera, but she told me that she's a resident and she has real issues parking, so she ends up often parking in the long stay car park in Garfield Road if she can get in, but she would buy a residence permit if they weren't £500. Now, the council, in their wisdom, they used to have resident permits, and they were much, much cheaper than that. And then in their wisdom, they put them to £500. So I don't think many people buy a residence permit anymore. So why don't they actually make them cheaper, and then more people buy them? But as she said, it doesn't guarantee her a space. And if she did buy a residence permit, she'd have to say which car park she was going to park in. So she'd have to nominate Garfield Road or Victoria Road, Victoria Street, whichever one it is. And so she couldn't use it in either one. So actually that doesn't seem right, because if Garfield Road is full, she'd have to go somewhere else to park. So that in itself doesn't make a huge amount of... but I'm glad she spoke to me, because I'm making notes to feed back so that Zoe can feed it back to the council. So, you know, again, we're working as a team to try and come up with strategies and that sort of thing. So that's what I was doing in the car park. So I was, you know, doing my homework. And I've got to go back several times, because Zoe wants the figures at different times of day and different days of the week. So I'm going to do that. So while I was in town also, I went into the works. And, I think that's where I bought that little book. I told a fib. I think I said I got this in Poundland, but I don't think I did. I think it came from the works. I think I'm telling fibs. Naughty me. So that was... I don't know. I might have got it in Poundland, or I might have got it... Do you know, I'm so muddled up now, I don't know. Yeah, no, I think it was... I am telling stories. I think it was Poundland. Getting very, very confused. So anyway, but I went into the... Yes, because I know what I got in the works. I got that in the works, but I then found it in Poundland as well. And then I got this in the works. And I don't know how many of you remember these, how many of you used to have these as children. And, whoops, hang on. So this, you know, and of course, if I write on here... if I write on it like that, oh, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? I don't know. The light's on it. I don't think you can see it. I wrote GoLiveGranny. I don't know if you can see it. But I wrote it the right way. But of course, it will be back to front for you. And so if I wanted it to be the right way for you, I'd have to write it in reverse on here. So then, of course, you pull that and the writing all disappears. But I don't know whether you could see it because the light's shining on it. That wasn't a very good demonstration. So we'll give that one up as a bad job. Okie dokie. So what else did I do? So I went out this morning at 10:30 and I didn't get home till like 8 o'clock, 8:30 tonight, because they've got them now, Tracy, in the if you want one, they've got them in the works. They're £1. So I had done all this pootling around, and then I needed to be at Aspire at 6:30. There was no point in coming home to come out again because I don't have a car. You know, I tend not to come home to go back again. And so I did a bit of pootling around, and I went to see Adrian in Whiteside, who he's the one who does my glasses for me. An excellent shop, wonderful customer service. And sometimes I just pop in to have a chat, just to sit and chat if he's not busy. And mind you, he's always busy making glasses. But and so I had a chat with him, did a bit of putting the world to rights there. And then I had about half an hour, because he closed the shop and then went home, and I had about half an hour, and I didn't know what to do with that half an hour because a lot of the little coffee shops are not open. It wasn't worth going right down to the bottom to have a coffee when I was going to come back up the hill. Absolutely, Tracy, they're fun. Mind you, that it didn't actually. I'm going to have another play with it because I had to push really hard, so I'm not quite sure. I'll give it another play before I recommend whether you get them. But, you know, it says naughty elves love good children there. Anyway, so much elf stuff around too. I've got some more elf stuff. I'll show you another day. I'm not going to do it all now because I got a lot to, you know, tell you tonight. And so I did it. I pootled down Union Street a little bit, so I killed a bit of time, and then I walked through to walked through to Aspire, and so I was on the Sainsbury's side of the road, but higher up, and I looked across and I could see that the shop Mia. Mia's gone, but in the old shop there was some activity going on. Now it was after shop closing time, so I sort of looked across and thought, oh, what's that going on? And actually, what's going on in there? The photo shop that there's a camera and photograph shop just a little bit further up the road, on the Wetherspoon side, and what they're doing is they're doing photo shoots in Mia's shop. Now where did I put the piece of paper? Oh no, that's not very good. I had it here and I've lost it. But they're doing photo shoots tomorrow, and I will... Where did I put it? Oh, I've lost it. It's round here somewhere. But they are doing photo shoots tomorrow. It's a £5 and during the day tomorrow. So I'll try and find the link and put it up. I'll find it afterwards and put it up. So photo shoots at a £5. They're doing them tomorrow. They're doing them several times, and they've got the information, I think, in the window of the shop there. And so they were just getting ready for tomorrow's photo shoots, and so you know, and I saw Laura Holmes works in there, and you know, she's a fantastic photographer. She does a lot of her own photography, but she works with the shop as well. And so she gave me the leaflet, which I've now put down and lost. Not really helpful. And but anyway, so she said that, you know, they're doing quite a lot of photo shoots. So it sounds like a bargain, £5 for a photo shoot. And then I think they're going to do one or two other places, but they're going to do quite a lot in that shop before Christmas. So there you are. If you want something to give to the adoring grandparents, because grandparents, I can tell you, always love pictures of their grandchildren, or you know, you just might want it for family, then you know, go and do that. So that's my photo shoot note. What else? Oh yes, Aspire tomorrow. Aspire have got They've got a day, let me just see if I can see it. They've got a Christmas hamper day tomorrow. Christmas hampers brought to you by Isle Access and Aspire. And between 1 and 4 tomorrow, you can go and it says, come and build your own Christmas hamper. Benefit 2 local charities and support local businesses. It's Christmas crafts also available. And it says, forget Black Friday, come and shop local this Saturday. And what it is, hang on, let me just scroll up. It's Isle Access and Aspire's first Christmas hamper gift and crafting event. Bring your own hamper or buy one from us on the day and choose your items from the stalls to create your own tailor-made gift. So you put in your hamper together. So they got preserves, chutneys, bakes, decorations, stocking fillers, knits, gifts, cards, craft kits. You're also invited to join in with our variety of Christmassy crafting. And they've got, so there we go. So that's tomorrow at Aspire. But also I saw something from Aspire. And they are appealing for, now let me see if I can find the right page, because they're appealing for things for the Christmas dinner for people who don't, hang on, Aspire. Whoops, I haven't spelt it right. Let's spell it right and then I might get the information. They're asking for donations or items of food, I think, for Christmas. Here we are. Such a great event. Any help and any donations always welcome. It says, now this warms the cockles of my heart because I worked with the hungry and the homeless before, and in a previous organisation we got the Christmas dinner in 2 years running, the whole of the Christmas dinner to feed the hungry and homeless. So and then I've left that project for various reasons. Where is Aspire, please? It's Aspire is the old Trinity Church, Tracy, and it's in Dover Street in Ryde, and Dover Street's the one that comes up the side of Ryde Castle. So if you know where the Ryde Castle Hotel is, at the roundabout, and you will know it because you'll have gone past it with the carnivals. So it's the Ryde Castle is on the corner, and if you will come that way, and this might reverse. I won't wave my hands about in case you go the wrong way. But Ryde Castle is on the corner of Dover Street. So if you know where Ryde Castle is, go up that street that goes up, and Trinity is up there. You go up and you get the Dorset House Hotel on one of the corners, and then on the next corner it's Aspire, which is the old Trinity Church. In the daytime you can see it well because it is, it's got a huge spire. And so, you can't miss it. But they are doing so much work there. They've been going about 3-4 years, and I helped to decorate and get the troops in to decorate the room, the first community room as they started. It's been redecorated since then, and what's happened since then is nobody's business. It is a thriving community. They do all sorts there. They have singing and dancing and toddlers groups, and tonight that's where I went to for where the group were rehearsing their play that they're going to put on at Key Arts and that. So much work goes on there. They've developed a garden where they grow produce, and then they use that in their kitchens. So they have a over 70s group, a dinner club on a Thursday, I think, and they've got a cafe there. You can go in the cafe and you can have soup, or you can have cakes, or you can have coffee. They also do the suspended coffee system. So if you don't know what that is, you can go in and buy a coffee, and you can pay for an extra coffee or tea, and they chalk that one up on the board, and a homeless person can come in and claim that one that somebody else has paid for. And the prices are so very reasonable in there anyway, that by buying one and buying a suspended one, you're actually paying probably no more than if you bought one in a more expensive coffee shop. It's going to be bad tomorrow, is it? Oh, no, Tegan, come on. We want positivity. We don't want to know. We want positivity. We're going to wish it away. We're going to wish the rain away. We're going to wish the wind away because I've got to go and live stream. And if I've got to go and live stream, I might have to have my tarpaulin over me if it's going to do that. So, well, we will see. So God willing, I will be there live streaming. So Aspire, let me tell you what they want for the Christmas dinner, because I've done this in the past, and we are going to you know, the community will come up with some of these goods. So, and if you can't, because lots of you have already given to other things I've promoted, if you can't, don't worry about that. Just share. Because if you share, you will get to the people who will be able to donate. Because at this time of year, everybody's asking for lots of donations. So we can't all do... that's right. Yes, they've got a paint store as well. Marianne's saying they've got a paint store. Now, that was brilliant because at one stage, Baby Chino used to be in the Baby Cafe was in Newport, and she needed to paint some things, and there wasn't a lot of pennies spare. You know, everybody's on a tight budget. And I said, what colour do you want? I'll go to Aspire and we can buy it, you know, very cheaply from Aspire. So they have a paint store where spare paint gets put there and people can go and buy their spare paint. So that's brilliant. There's so many things. I can't even... Hi, Kevin. Oh, I'm just going to tell everybody, Kevin's just come in. It's Kevin who's running the... who's written the play that I went to record tonight. Now, Kevin, I have to apologise. We had a bit of an issue while I was live streaming you. The signal obviously cut bits out. And I did tell the other people on the broadcast earlier... let me tell you, you could, oh, I've lost a piece of paper. You can see the first 1 minute and 12 seconds. Then it chops part of your bit out. Then it has the other lady that I spoke to, but it chopped some of hers out. But it goes through, and then the sound and the picture come back at 2.26, 2 minutes and 26. So we did have an issue, Kevin. I will try and see if I can get back to live stream again. But if we do it in Aspire, the same thing's going to happen. So we might have to have an interview not at Aspire, because otherwise we won't get, you know, we'll do the same thing again because the signal was so bad. I think it was the elf, the mischievous elf got in. So sorry, I just diverted there as Kevin came in. So let's just tell you what they need for Christmas Day lunch at Aspire, because if anybody can help with this, it will be wonderful. Actually, I've just noticed that they are working in partnership with the Open Arms group that I used to belong to. So that's good to see that there's still, you know, they're still all doing food for the homeless. So let's see. Can you please provide a cooked Christmas lunch and some Christmas cheer. Help us provide a cooked Christmas lunch and some Christmas cheer. Either give your time, so they want volunteers on Christmas Eve between 11 and 3. They want vegetable preparation, washing up, cooking, setting up tables, decorating the room and wrapping presents. On Christmas Day, they want volunteers between 11 and 4. They need urgently a cook to take charge. They want people to wait on tables and serve. They want people to clear up and tidy the room. They want washers up. They want a musician or entertainment. So that's if anybody can give their time. There's also a column here for giving a financial donation. So £10 will provide one gift. So obviously they're going for, you know, a decent gift for these people who don't have anything. £20 will help us buy one turkey. £50 would buy the puddings. £100 would help us provide gifts. £200 would buy the main course. But obviously, I'm sure that if you had a smaller donation, they would still take it. They're not saying everybody has to give £10, but maybe 10 people could give £1 each, and then that would provide one of the gifts. Because I always believe in breaking it down. This is what I did before when Aspire wanted to tile the toilet, and that they were starting out and they needed the tiles for the toilet, and he said to me, oh, we haven't got the tiles, we haven't managed that. I said, well, what's the nature of the problem? And he started telling me the square meters or whatever it was of tiles. I said, no, what's the cost of the tiles you need? And he said, I can't remember what he said, let's say it was £100. So I said, right, okay, that's fine. Leave it with me. And within 2 hours, the community had done it. Because what I did, rather than say, oh, no, it was £120, I think. That's right. It was £120 for tiles. And, you know, very few people would have £120 and say, here, take £120, get your tiles. But a lot of people came up with a tenner. and they were business people a lot of them were in my White Buzz network group. So what I did, I said, right, if anybody can donate, maybe you could donate £10. At this time, they were business people, and we weren't, life wasn't quite as difficult as it is now. For some people, it's got a lot tighter. But I found 12 people who donated £10. So it's like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Actually, don't know. Probably somebody will have a go at me for saying that. But you know what I mean? It's breaking it down into little bits. It's looking at the big problem and solving it by doing it in little steps. So it took me 2 hours to get the money pledged. And what I did in return for those businesses was I promoted them on social media. I used my time to promote them, and they gave their money, and it was a win-win all the way round. So, so that's fine, Tegan, don't worry. It is late. I started late and I've gone on beyond the hour, but I just want to finish this. So you go now, and anybody who's watching might be able to share this. So I will drop the link in anyway for this. And we'll share it again. So those are the money donations, or an item from our menu. So they want donations of actual menu items for 50 people. So there's a turkey, so that would be the whole turkey or a turkey crown, pigs in blankets, vegetables. So, you might just go and buy some carrots or whatever they want, that sort of thing. So that it's manageable for lots of people. Christmas pudding, brandy sauce, trifle, ice cream, ghetto, cheesecake, party crackers to pull, wrapping paper, gifts for men and women. So there we are. They're going to make 50. They're catering for 50 people who would otherwise be spending Christmas on the street. And if it's even 2 carrots you could donate, I'm sure as a community we can do a lot of this. Oh, it actually says they've already had £125 donated. There's a donate button on here as well. But there we are. It's it's all of us together can do a lot. So if you can donate something, either let me know or let Aspire know. If you can't actually donate something, but you can donate a push of your button, that's fantastic too, because then we'll reach a much bigger market, and we will do this as a community. We will help them to do this for these people. So I will talk about that again another evening. I do probably need to finish up now. I've got a raffle to talk about, but it's got late, and I'm going to put some of these things onto tomorrow night's broadcast. And so I'm going to wind up now. I'm not even going to read out of Butterfly Whispers because it is now 11:25, and I know lots of you need to go to bed. You're very good, some of you staying in here, but it is getting late. And so hopefully you will join me again soon. Please share the broadcast if you can, because it's got some things in, and if I put up any of these links, which I will put the Aspire link up, I will put the other things that need sharing, then please share if you can, because anybody doing anything, whether it's sharing a broadcast, whether it's donating or whatever, then it all helps. And I can see that 90 people have already shared that post. So I'm sure that lots and lots of people will want to do something for that project. And if they get too much, then they probably will use that going into January to help feed these people. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to try not to be too mischievous. I hope those elves have stopped throwing my mushrooms all over the floor and upsetting all other things. But anyway, going to love you and leave you now. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Bye. And don't forget the carnival tomorrow. Carnival is in Newport. I think it leaves at 5:45. They are congregating at Matalan car park. So if you want to know more details, message me and I'll let you know. Bye for now.